Hello and welcome to the Bird Greens. Today we're just doing a quick tutorial on understanding light and shadows in photography. Do me a favor and hit subscribe now so that you don't forget later, but let's get right to it. In order to help us understand light and shadows in photography, we're going to use our Chai Latte. Don't worry, Chai is just an acronym that we're going to use, so if you don't like tea, no big deal. If there's one thing that you can work on that will improve your photos dramatically, it's seeing light and understanding shadows. So that's what we're talking about today. The C in Chai is all about color. What color is the light that you're looking at? Is it blue light? Is it golden light? What's your favorite color of light? That's something that we want to start to see and think about. Light has color. It's not just white. Usually we talk about color in terms of how warm or cool it is. That warmer orange light versus that cooler blue light. We can start to use the color of the light to change the mood of the photo. So a romantic sunset photo is gonna have that nice warm light versus maybe you're gonna look for cool indoor light that helps you tell some story of the interior. Or maybe you're gonna use the warm and the cool colors opposing each other in the same photo to really make that photo more dramatic. The H in Chai is about hardness. How hard is the light? Is it a laser beam of light or is it nice, soft cloud, puffy light? Ideally, soft light is really nice because it makes skin look soft. Hopefully our light is soft here in our studio. Hard light can be really dramatic and interesting. You just have to be more careful of the moment where the hard light transitions from the light to the shadow. So that hard light might have more dramatic shadows, which can be really cool. It just needs to be more careful than soft light. So a lot of people like how they look in soft light, whereas maybe they don't like hard light because it makes their chin look pointy or their ears look big, if you needed to know what I'm worried about. The A in Chai is all about angle, or you can think of it as direction. Where is the light coming from? Where is it hitting you? So maybe you can tell right now what the angle of the light that I have on me is. Take a look and see. I have a light kind of above me and I have a light over to the side. The softer the light is, the less you're gonna be able to tell the angle or direction. So that's really gonna be something you utilize with the hardness. The angle of light is important because you want to use the light to highlight your subject, whether that means you want the light right on them or if you want it behind them to make them stand out. You can use angles in different ways, but that angle of light is going to really help you isolate your subject in various ways. The I in Chai is about the intensity of the light. How intense is it? Are you in full sun or are you under the shade of a tree? There's light in both circumstances, but the intensity of it is going to be different. And you'll see that by the extremes you have between your darkest shadows and your brightest lights. And so you can use that intensity to tell a story in your photo. One tip is to make sure you're exposing for what you want to expose for. So do you want to expose for the highlights and be okay with some things going to black because that's going to tell the story of the picture? Or are you okay with the sky being blown out so that you can get something in the shadows that you want to show? So we want to learn about the color of light, how warm or cool it is. We want to learn about the hardness of light, how sharp it is or how filtered it is and dispersed it is. We want to learn about the angle of light, what direction is it coming from, and can we use that to help highlight our subject? And we want to learn about the intensity of the light. How intense is it and what's that scale and that range in your photo to make sure you expose properly. I'll talk through a few more things that kind of go along with this and you'll see where these 4 principles come into play. So the first one is like easy pickings is window light. Everybody loves window light. And why might that be? It's really soft light that's natural. If you take a picture of somebody standing in front of the window, that light is coming in and shining right on their face, but it's usually nicely dispersed through the window because it's coming from above or something. It's not like the sun is coming right through the window, but the sun is hitting the window and then nicely having this soft light on there. And it's usually not that intense. It's usually just the right, soft, not intense light. Window light also, it's not too cool, it's not too warm. During most of the day, it's usually like a mid-range color. And so maybe that's something you're looking for, is that nice mid-range color of light. So it's not too warm or too cool. It's not too hard, it's pretty soft light. CHA. The angle is not too intense. It's coming in, but then it's hitting the window. So the angle is usually straight on, even though the sun distributed that. The angle kind of works together with the hardness. And then it's not too intense. So it's kind of a nice balanced light for things. So let's talk about something different. So say like soft light, that's boring. I shoot window light all day long. I want something different. So let's start looking for the extremes. Let's start looking for where light meets dark. Let's start looking for a light subject on a dark background. Let's start using heavy contrast and seeing heavy contrast to kind of play with something that's a little bit more intense, or utilizing the angles a little bit more. So that's something else you can play with looking for. Another thing to start looking for is silhouettes. I love this, especially in video when there's like a moving silhouette, but in general, silhouettes can be really, really fun and really interesting and really simple, and yet tell a big story that way. So how would you capture a silhouette? Start seeing where you would capture that and how you would expose your photo to make your subject go all to black and expose for the background. And then another thing you can start playing with is shooting at different times of the day to start to see those different colors and start to learn how that feels and how that looks. And like I mentioned before, it can be interesting to try to combine colors. Maybe that means you're taking pictures at blue hour, but you have a fire in the foreground. So you have that warm light of the fire, but the sky is all turning to blue and you have that contrast. So a few exercises you can try. Try taking a photo of the same subject from 4 different angles. So if the subject and the light stay put, you shoot from all 4 different sides and see the difference. See what it looks like when the light's directly on your subject, or from the side, or from behind. And there's not necessarily like a best way. You should always shoot a backlit photo, or you should always shoot a front lit photo or side light. You want to explore what those different angles look like and how you would use them for different purposes. And then try shooting a silhouette. Maybe have your subject inside, but open the door and expose for what's outside and let your subject go all to black or something like that. That's just another exercise to try. Try shooting something with window light, and try shooting a light subject on a dark background. And if you take those 4 photos, you'll really dial in these concepts that we talked about with our Chai Latte: color, hardness, angle, and intensity. Hopefully this tutorial gives you a jump start on understanding light and shadows in photography. Thanks for being here. Can't wait to see you next time. Don't forget about that whole subscribe button thing and leaving comments with any questions you have or what you might want to hear next. Our next video, we'll use another acronym. It's waffles, so I know you're going to be interested in this one. And we're going to talk about moments, how to capture moments, specifically in wedding photography. Make sure you hit subscribe so you get notified when that one rolls out. Thanks again.